Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of Mount Deurklink. In the last episode I made this accelerator coaster here called Gale Force, and in this episode I want to focus on the chairlift that leads to this area upwards here. So I want to make a start here on the station of the building here. Now if we make this area here, we will also need a path leading up here, or else the guests will get lost. What I think will look cool is if we actually make a path that leads through the gap here under the top hat, and then to make some stairs leading upwards here, right behind this support structure. I think that will look really cool. Not sure if that's very realistic, but I'm sure it will look epic. So yeah, the building down here is also still quite unfinished. You can see through the building here, you can see these ice walls in between. So yeah, this will also still require some work. So yeah, I think there's enough to do for this episode. So I will just start with the chairlift, and I will finish the station here, and I will also make a station on this side. And maybe in this episode we can also finally connect the last train station to the paths. And then we can finally let the guests use the train to go all around the park. Alright, I've now finished the building for the chairlift. Now I still do have to place some walls here on the inside, but that will be a quick job. So what I can do now is, well, I will probably now work on the path that will lead upwards here, and then afterwards I will connect these stations, and then finally we can make a nice plaza here. And then we can also connect the train station. Alright, I've now made a path upwards. Now I also completely covered up the path. Probably the structure is a bit too massive, but I'll just keep it like this. And while I was building this, I thought it would also be nice if the guests could take an elevator upwards. So I think I'm going to build one of those elevator rides here, and I'll try to make it look nice. But I think this is the perfect location for one of those. Okay, I've made a little elevator ride here, so the guests don't actually have to use the stairs to go up here. I think it would be quite tiresome to get up there. So yeah, I think that's a nice little addition. And also, it seems the guests love the elevator ride. I might make a longer queue. I think this will also be a nice time to open up the chairlifts. They don't have a station building yet, but I can already let the guests enter it. Alright, I think this is a good moment to work on the station for the chairlift. And meanwhile, I will also already add an entrance and an exit to the railway, just so I can also start using that one. Alright, I think this will be a nice moment to highlight another one of my patrons in the park. So I actually made this little place here to put patron as an entertainer in the park, but in the last episode I forgot to do it. So I will just do that right now. So I think this will be a nice spot right in the middle of this queue, and also in between these chairlifts. This spot is nice and in the middle here. So again, we'll go for a snowman. So I'll put him right over here, and his name will be Daxel. So yeah, thanks a lot for being a Patreon member. I really appreciate it, and yeah, I hope you enjoy your spot in the park here. Alright, I think that will be enough building for this episode. So yeah, I've finished the building that's over here. I opened up the chain lift, and I also made a station up here on top of the building. I made a path that leads up the mountain here, and I also made an elevator ride. And also finally the railroad through the park has been opened. Now we're not going to take a ride on the railroad yet, because yeah, right now there isn't really much to look at in most of these areas. So we'll save that for a later episode. So yeah, for this area over here, I'm not really sure what kind of rides I will be making here. Of course, we're probably gonna have another coaster somewhere around here. But something I will probably do from here is to make a chairlift that also leads up the mountain here, and probably we'll have a trail that leads across the mountain here. Maybe we can go up the mountain right over here. But yeah, I think it will be nice to have some rides here also completely on top of the mountain here. This will be the highest part of the park here. I believe we cannot yeah. This is the maximum height the map can have. So yeah, it will be interesting building this high. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching me build, and I'll see you again in the next episode. See you later.